Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Robin Carter with Robin's Creations. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of Flower Mound, Texas. And today, which is February 28th of 2026, I am here to do the unboxing of the February paper pumpkin kit named Celebrate Spring. Now, this has been sitting at my house for quite a few days. For those of you that are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you know that I went on vacation and I told you I would do the unboxing as soon as I got back. Well, we got back early this morning. We took the red eye back. I had a great vacation time with my husband. We celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary. It was a long overdue trip. We really hasn't been on a big trip since before COVID. So we took some time and had a great time. So thanks for being patient with me and getting this unboxing done and my alternatives, which I will start as soon as we finish this unboxing. So let's switch to, actually, before I switch to hands down, since I mentioned today is February 28th, it is the last day to redeem your bonus day dollars you may have earned with your purchases last month in January. For every $50 of purchase, you earned a $5 certificate. So don't let those expire. They do expire at Mountain Time midnight tonight. So get your order in so you don't miss those. By the way, one thing you may want to know is the Everyday Beauty Kit. It has come in and gone out of stock again like the day after. I looked right before this video and it is back in. I do have that kit and I don't know when I'm going to do alternatives because I've got the February to do and then I head off to On Stage, and when I get back I'll have the March. But I will get to that kit. So if that kit interests you, I do have an unboxing in my video on my YouTube channel, so check that out. It is a great kit. So let's switch to hands down and see what this great kit is. Okay, that was the wrong screen. Like I said, I am pretty tired, so bear with me during this video and let's see if I can get through this one. Okay, so this is our kit, and we did get a Shy Shamrock ink spot. So this Shy Shamrock is a in color that will be retiring at the end of the catalog period or when they run out of supplies. So if you are a person that like to get the ink refills for your ink spots, grab that up. Ink refills tend to go first, so you don't want to miss out on a refill for that if you like to get refills. Now I'm going to be using my full-size pad, which I'll have right here. Okay, so here is our stamp set. I'm excited that we got some image stamps. So whether you're going to do this kit now or later, I do recommend you test your stamps because Stampin' Up! Can only guarantee you a replacement stamp if for some reason yours are not etched properly until they run out, or up to like 90 days, something like that. So always test your stamps. So I'm just going to use my full-size pad here, give it a good stamp. Now, I think I can share this. So, demonstrators got a preview of the new ink colors, and they are going to be coming up with some new ink pads. They are going to be felt rather than the foam pads. Now, I had felt when I first started, and I really like them. I did switch to the foam, and I like those as well. So, with the new ink colors, when they become available for purchase, they are going to be the new style of the ink pads. Now they're going to roll that out slowly. They're going to start with those new ink colors. So just know that as well. So let's check out our stamps. Hopefully I inked it up well. Okay, let me flip this around so I can read it to you and get my chamois and clean this off. So like I said, I just take off the little flimsy film and I stamp just like that. Okay, and then when I make my sheet to store them in, I have them like that as well so that I know where to put them, and that's usually on a piece that I'll show you in the kit. So here are our stamps. Aren't those cute little Easter eggs? Now I must have got overly shaky when pressing this down because mine's a little blurred, but no, it will stamp good. And this is also not the smooth stamping paper either. It's Sweet Spring Greetings, Hello Friend, Happy Easter, and then some grass. Now I don't think we've had grass in Paper Pumpkin like this for a while. We've had some sprigs and wildflower type things, but not that. Okay, so my stamps are good. Let's switch this over. And I didn't get that lined up very well, did I? Okay, and let's get to our goodies. Now, I like to bring out what I call some of my favorite things. So this larger envelope will store all the components to my kit. And this 5x7 one is what I use when I show my alternatives. And if there's some smaller items I don't want to lose, I stick them in there as well. All right, so we're back to a traditional box, which is the paper pumpkin, I think it's a Poppy Parade, and then the blue tissue paper. So I'll pick that up later, and if you want to, you can store it and use it for gifts later on. So if you're brand new to Paper Pumpkin, know when you flip it over, that has your instructions as they are intended. And they are cute as intended. Nothing wrong with doing that. That is what they're meant to do. But I like to cut up my goodies and make alternative cards. Now when I open this, I like to stick my scissors where there's some cardboard so I don't accidentally cut any of my goodies inside my kit. All right, so I'm all thumbs. So I did get a little sleep on the plane, not much, and then I took a nap when we got back. Our plane was even delayed last night, so it got in, we had to wait for it, and then we got in a little later. So all kinds of fun. I did share a few pictures on my Robins community Facebook group. So if, by the way, I do have that group if you are new to watching me, and there I share different things. I've shared the next online exclusive products for March, and I shared just a couple pictures from my vacation. So check that out. So back to the kit. So we got some pretty in pink. I think it's pretty in pink. And let's check out the coordinating colors. And by the way, this is the sheet I was talking about. And so long as it's 100%, this gives me a good idea of where to put my stamps. You can line it up just like that. I do store this in my sleeve that I store my paper pumpkin kits in, and I'll get to that probably with my alternatives. I'll show you that. So just wanted to show that that works out. Okay, the coordinating colors are Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, Lemon Lolly, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Shy Shamrock. So I was right, that is Pretty in Pink. We have some glue dots and some dimensionals and some embellishments. So I love getting embellishments with that. Okay, next we have our envelopes. It should have 9. I do like to count my supplies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the flap is all the same. They're probably blank inside. Let's check that out. As you can see, yes, they are blank, but you could use your envelopes as for mailing envelopes, or if you want to make some alternatives with them, you can cut that flap off and have some pretty, what I call designer series paper. All right, let's start putting things in here so I don't lose them. I'm prone to lose things. Okay, now to the card bases. We have this pretty, I'm pretty sure that's Shy Shamrock, and a pretty little scene there. Let me turn it this way. The insides are usually white. Now from this white away, I bring in my own thick white card bases, and I at least cut them in half and do something else with this side and make a card with this side, sometimes more than 2. So I'm prone to do that as well. So we should have 3 of those. Count those. 1, 2, 3. And I'll just put those all in there as we get to them. Now this is what I call a card front. So if you are one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, and when you get my PDF of alternatives, I will call this the card front. Now I have a little fringe or fray there, and what I do when I get stuff like that is I just take my scissors and go along the edge, because I don't think that's supposed to be there. Probably it got punched out of something, and cut that off. I've got several of those, but I'll do that to each card to make them not have the little bumps on them. So that's what I call a card front. So we have 3 of those, and I'll cut off those other nibs of what I call them when I get to those. Another cute little card base with some flowers already printed on them. And this one looks like it is, let's check the color, Balmy Blue. So we have that, 3 of those, of course, white on the inside. And should have one more. Well, they put some of our goodies in here. So look at this Easter egg. They've already colored for us. Okay, now if you want to do more Easter eggs, and they give us, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We have 4 of these, or I have 4 of these. Let's see, is it supposed to do 4 Easter eggs? 1. Well, they sometimes give us extra, so we'll find that out. But like I said, I hardly ever look at the instructions. I just kind of go off on my own and do my own thing. We have some pretty leaves. Let me go ahead and punch these out, and I'll put them in my little envelope. Now, when you punch these out, they often have little nibs, and I will trim those as well. These cute little leaves. And some tags. Okay, it does have a hole already cut for us, so a nice little tag and a big label. And a flag label. Okay, so that's a good size label, if you can tell from my hand, and this is a good size label as well. Now, hopefully you also got the add-on dies. I don't have them by me. I tried to put things up before I left on vacation, and I thought I would get a video to record and put out while I was on vacation. Well, I was just kidding myself, because I ended up helping my sister before we left. We traveled to my hometown, and then we went up for our Arkansas Razorback basketball game on a Sunday, and we came home Sunday, packed, and flew out Monday. So I don't know what I was thinking that I would have time to get that video. So I did have to clean that off my desk as well. All right, so then we have 3 playing card bases, and these are probably like lemon lolly. It wasn't that a color? Yes, so free reign on those, and you can cut those up as much as possible. And then, of course, if you have lemon lolly cardstock, you could make even more like that. Oh, our cute little Hello Spring elements. So I do want to punch these out so we can see what they are. I like how they use the most space and even put a flower in between this basket. Now, I will get started on my cut file after I finish this unboxing, before I start alternatives. So if you're new or have yet to visit my Etsy shop, know I like to do cut files, especially for these sentiments, okay, right here. And then also any die element things in here, which we don't have a stamp for. We could color them just plain, draw on them with a marker or something like that. But isn't that a cute basket? It's quite large. Do not lose this. Okay, how many of these? We should have at least 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 of those. And see, there's the flower that I punched out. Don't lose it. A cute little bunny. Now, I'm not usually an Easter card maker, so know that I will probably turn these into everyday cards, but that is a cute bunny. Okay. And then we have some more flowers. I'll just punch out one of each. This flower looks very much like the one that was inside. Still have sound. That's good. Sometimes my sound goes off. Hopefully I have fixed the delay in my voice and sound. I did check that and it was working. Hopefully it's still working on this video. Cute little bunch of Easter eggs. And let's see if that pattern is close to our stamps. You can see we have the circle ones, which they colored in, and then the patterned one. So exactly same as our stamps, just smaller in size. So as you can see there, that's a little bit smaller than our stamp. But we can make lots of Easter eggs with that. And then this beautiful wreath. Now, I sometimes do not cut the wreath in half. If you follow me, you know, in December, it was pretty symmetrical leaf design, and I was able to cut that in half. We'll see what I come up with here. So, by the way, I've had to stay clear of Facebook and the Paper Pumpkin fan page, because I find if I look ahead of time, it kind of hinders my creativity. So I like to do my own thing and then post them on fan club. Now this has some little nibs too, I see, so I will go in and trim those. But look at that, that's a good size, beautiful wreath. I'm getting off camera there. Okay, and then we have 3 flowers from the inside, so they did a good job not wasting the inside of the paper. Okay, so 3 different size flowers there. I think those are a little different. Those are pretty close to the same, just a little different in shape. All right, so let's put this up so we don't lose it. And I think I've punched out everything that we don't, those are just duplicates of the bunny ins, or the basket, the flower inside the basket. So make sure you have 3 of those, which I do, and that's too tall to fit in there. And then we have our cardboard. Now, if you're brand new, I recommend you practice stamping on this as well. And if you find you have a hard time getting a solid image on your stamps, either rub it on jeans, or I like to take my white eraser here and go over them so that they get rid of any manufacturing film that could be on your stamps, keeping them from stamping smoothly. So let's put our goodies away, and then I'll switch back to me. All right, and the instructions. And then the ink spot, I just add to my usual ink spots. Now, a lot of you are looking for ideas to organize your ink spots, and I'll show you what I did with mine. So I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for a long time. It was not until COVID that I kind of went public with it. But I have these old clamshell boxes back when our stamps were in these, they were only wood block stamps, and you had to cut, when I started you had to cut them, then they eventually cut them for yourself. But anyway, these, as you can see, hold 12 ink spots pretty well. I do try to store them by color family, especially the neutrals, and then I store them by alphabetical order, because they have changed which color family colors go in over the time. So I found it easiest just to store them alphabetically. Okay, enough gabbing from me, and I'll switch to myself. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me. I hope you have your kit, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any alternatives I make with this kit. The best compliment you can give me is a thumbs up to this video. Share it with your other paper crafting friends, and of course, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit my picture. That should get you subscribed to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any more. You can also ring the bell for notifications so you get a little notification of when I post a new video. So thanks for joining me, everyone. I'll get hopefully rested up and get back in Central Time Zone body pattern soon, and we'll be back with you looking a little more fresh. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a great day. Bye bye.